First, I would like to welcome Mads Ebo Jensen, mentor of Bainan Biotech, who will introduce the team.
Thank you very much. So today it's a great honor to introduce the Bainan Biotech. I've been a mentor for the company for 3 months now, and it's been a great journey. And you have come really far, and I want to congratulate you on this. So what is Bainan Biotech about? So Bainan Biotech is going to develop a new novel treatment for osteoporosis, which is still a significant unmet medical need. And they are aiming at making a first-in-class, best-in-class treatment based on natural hormones. So everyone in this room understands that making a truly innovative medicine is hard. So it takes a good team and strong science. I think this company represents both. And one thing that makes the company stand out is actually not only have they come up with a new concept, but they have actually shown in people that it works. So they've done a human POC study. So with that, I hope you all are as excited as me. So please help me welcome Tue Emborg to the stage. Thank you.
Tak, Mads. Hello, everyone. My name is Tue Emborg. I am a medical doctor, and I am also the CEO of Bainan Biotech. And today I'm here to tell you a little bit more about what Bainan Biotech really is. Bainan Biotech is a brand new Danish company and developing a brand new treatment to osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is a growing challenge, and it's a major challenge of growing old. And as we all get older in the world, the problem of osteoporosis is also growing. Today, more than 200 million people suffer from osteoporosis. Only 1/3 of people suffering are diagnosed, and of those diagnosed, only approximately half are receiving treatment. But osteoporosis is not only a problem for the elderly. It's also a big problem for a small group of young women. It's a big problem for a group of young women that want to have kids. These include women with anorexia. These include women on glucocorticoid treatments. These include women with autoimmune diseases. And the reason why this is a huge challenge for them is that the treatments on the market today are not really working for these young women. The bisphosphonates that are widely used are teratogenic, so when these young women want to have kids, it's not really a good option. The two other major treatments on the market, Forteo and Prolia, have heavy rebound effects when they are not used together with bisphosphonates. So for these young women and many other patient groups, Bainan Biotech might be able to make a real change. So how exactly is it that Bainan Biotech is making this change? So Bainan Biotech is following a quite nature-true approach to treating osteoporosis. We are following the natural response of the body to eating, and we are doing that by simulating or stimulating the gut hormones, intestinal hormones. In a lot of ways, our approach to treating osteoporosis is similar to the approach that Novo Nordisk took when developing Victoza using GLP-1. So Novo Nordisk used GLP-1 to develop Victoza, whereas Bainan Biotech is building our treatment on their sister hormone, GLP-2, and their common cousin, GIP. So cutting it very simple, what we do is that we take the effects of these two hormones and put it into one product. And why do we do this? We do this because we know that it works. Like Mads said, we know that it works, and we have tested it in humans. We have human trials on healthy people showing that GIP as well as GLP-2 have pronounced effects on the resorption of bones. We also had trials showing that when you combine the two, it has an even more profound effect. We're also doing this because we know that we can do this. We have already developed a portfolio of compounds that have the effects of both GLP-2 and GIP. We call these dual agonists. Some of these dual agonists we have actually managed to produce so that they have, relative to the natural hormone, 100% the activity on the GLP-2 receptor and 100% the activity of the GIP receptor. These could already today be potential lead compounds, but we intend to make them even better. So I'll use the last couple of minutes to explain a little bit more about where Bainan Biotech comes from. We are a spin-off out of University of Copenhagen, and the whole idea started back in 2016. Since then, we have developed compounds, we have filed patents for the compounds, we have initiated human studies testing our way of treating osteoporosis, and had the first results in summer 2017. Since then, we have spread out these studies to other patient populations and the other groups. Then in 2018, we had the luck of being invited into BII as the first generation of Genipex here, which really helped us accelerate the business. We got the opportunity to work with a lot of very competent people on a lot of issues that normally would be left alone in the small biotechs with young people like us. We had the opportunity to work with Plesner and Masanti to found a company on the real terms, right terms, getting it legally ready. We had the opportunity to work with Accelerators on doing a business plan, doing market analysis, also working on how to pitch. We had the chance to go to BioEurope, get connected with a lot of potential collaborators, get connected with a lot of potential investors, and getting connected to a lot of people in similar situations to help us move on. We also had the opportunity to work on the company Visual Identity, and we had opportunity to work with the IP together with IP patent lawyers, and really this has been a huge benefit for a company like us in such a complex industry as the pharma. I would like to use the last couple of minutes to just introduce our team. So we have a quite science-heavy team. We have experts within intestinal hormones. We have experts within bone metabolism, and we have experts within drug discovery. And behind these, and when I mean expert, I'm talking Jens and Bolette and Mette, who are sitting out here, all of them. Behind these experts, we have a pipeline of young PhD students who have already been doing the studies so far, so they know how to do it, they have done it before, and they are ready to jump on board when we get funding. On the business side, we have a couple of young business developers, and we are trying to build a strong and active board around us, and this might be a place where we could need your help. So at the moment, we have a company that is almost ready to go. We need the financing, and this is what we're going to spend the winter looking for, and I hope you'll support us in that. Anyways, thanks for listening.
Thank you very much, Tue. Now we would like to hear some comments from our panel. Christian?
Yeah, so thank you for this review. And of course, I appreciate it. It's a very short pitch, 7 minutes is not a lot. But going back to the slide on the biology, you showed effects, short-term effects on bone turnover. And this are going to be a treatment for the long term, for sort of chronic treatments. So what do you have to support that your effect will actually have a long-lasting effect rather than just a transient effect?
So there's a couple of things. First of all, we don't have the long-term human studies yet. Of course, these kind of studies cost a lot of money. We have the fact that we are somehow stimulating quite high up in the mechanism. So a lot of the other treatments that we see, Prolia and Forteo, they target a specific small molecule that they kind of block with an antibody or these kind of things. We are somehow stimulating a quite high up response that the body has to eating. And it signals this through these two hormones, and then it probably has a lot of cascades that kind of, are second messengers to these kind of systems. So stimulating up high kind of take some of the risk out of very quick sensibilization by the body, I think. But we really need longer studies to be sure that it also works in the long time, and that we don't see the same rebound effects that you see with some of the other treatments for osteoporosis. Definitely.
And then a follow-on question, appreciating that these hormones that you're working with are normal physiological hormones, and they actually do more than just work on bone. So are you concerned for some of the non-bone effects of the hormone treatment?
So one question that we have been asked a lot is about the GIP and their effects on obesity, and whether that might be an issue for some of these patients with osteoporosis, especially the elderly, frail, thin young women, which are kind of like the archetype of a lady with osteoporosis. This is not going to be an issue. In general, these hormones are quite side effect mild. Also in our human studies, we have not seen any sort of discomfort with the patients, these kind of things. Yeah, I think that's the best answer I can come with on that.
I think you did a great job in explaining exactly what it was you were trying to solve here. I like the references to the amount of patients. I like the reference to Novo Nordisk and their approach. What I maybe lacked was to understand exactly what kind of funding you need by when. When are your next milestones? What's the critical things that you need to address now?
Okay. So the next round of money we need is to further develop our compounds. We would like to work more on that, get to the lead compound that we can take into a preclinical. We think we can do that quite quickly. Within a year and a half, we should be able to have a lead compound and take it to preclinical testing. That would amount to $10 million, these kind of monies, $5 to $10 million, yeah, over the next 2 to 3 years. Yeah. That is the amount we're looking at. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Tue.
You're welcome.